Welcome all you night readers. It's good to have everybody here. I am glad to see you all. Always glad to see you all. So let's see what's happening. Yeah, Ritz and Shivani, Yvonne, Selena, Chanel, Nav, Freedom, Scarlett, Gina K. Hey. All right. Well, I am going to start off with Freedom tonight because Freedom donated. Freedom sent me a donation, which I appreciate very much. Thank you. And I appreciate your generosity. So that's where we start. So what does your boyfriend's family think about you? Oof. Oh, I hope this is good. I am going to go back to switching decks around again tonight, starting tonight. So I'll start off with Wizard's Tarot that we've been using now for almost a week, I guess. Well, yeah, not quite a week, I guess, but almost. Maybe it has been a week. I don't know. Maybe it was. But we're going to use all the other decks as well and see how we are doing. Wow. 2 pages and 2 kings. Very interesting. What an interesting bunch. So, Freedom, what does your boyfriend's family think about you? I think there is a lot of ideas going on since you have so many court cards here. Both of them are wands and swords, right? You've got the page. Oh, and I'm sorry. No, I'm looking at the 3 of wands. So let's start off there. The 3 of wands tells me that you are searching for the strength and respect of his family, right? And I really think that's exactly what you're trying to do, right? You want that strength. You want the strength to, feel like you're good enough, and you are searching for the respect of his family. Now, you've got 4 court cards, 2 kings, 2 pages. And they all have opinions on how people are feeling. Does he come from a family that is broken up? Like they were divorced at some point and now there's more people? Yvonne, I love the Wizard's Tarot too. I'll use the Wizard's Tarot for your reading if you'd like. I love this deck. So yeah, is he, does he have step parents and stuff like that as well that you deal with? Because I think that will be an important question. All right. Well, if not, or if you don't know, that's fine. How you doing, Fairy Wren and Jessica? Emily, it's nice to have you here as well. All right. So here's what I think his family thinks about you. And I'm going to put it out there just the way I see it. I think they feel like you are very bold and very forward. They do think you're motivated, but sometimes a little reckless. Sometimes you can be a bit immature. Sometimes you can be a bit judgy. I think they believe that you are, when it comes to money matters, you're very practical. You're very sensible, right? And very reasonable. And I would be willing to think that they also believe you are smart. I think they believe you are a smart person. So that's what I'm getting. That is what I'm getting as a combination of all of these court cards, right? And then, of course, the first card I read here, the Three of Wands, just tells me that you're searching for strength to get through this, and you're searching for their respect. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I got for you, Freedom. Thank you for your donation. I do appreciate it. So, all right, Rich, you have decided that I will not talk to SV again, nor I want to maintain any kind of connection with him. Have I made the right decision? All right, let's see what we get. All right, have you made the right decision to completely cut off SV? Have you made that right decision? So I think you are, I can tell you, and it's going to sound like I'm just telling you this from the question, but really the card itself, the Five of Pentacles, is all about being left out, right? Or shutting someone out, being left out in the cold. Sometimes you can see, sometimes it's a snowy picture that's in the card, but leaving someone out or shutting someone out, you've moved away from this person. So, this is telling me exactly what you're telling me. The cards are showing me exactly what you did and how this all is. Now, I think there's a lot of things you can choose from, right? You had a lot of choices to make, and you had to make one, and you made a decision. I think you have a lot of people trying to help you and support you in that decision. And I think you have some new potential coming to you. There's new potential moving your way. So I would say, yes, you have made the right decision. These first two cards definitely clearly show me exactly what's going on with your question, right? Exactly how this whole question came about, right? You decided not to talk to him and have any kind of connection. So here you are, you left, right? You left any connection and you have shut him out completely. And well, that's exactly what your question was. But yes, I think you made the right decision, because in the end here, you do have that new energy and very new potential for something to come in your future instead of having problems with your past. All right. So that is what I get for you, Ritz. Shivani Singh, what are hi. What are P's current feelings for you? Let's see. What is P currently feeling for you? Selena, your question is very long tonight. I haven't had a chance to read the whole thing. My, oh my. Oh, I hope you're okay. Selena, I hope you're all right. And Chanel, I'm sure we're going to be talking about this guy. This guy. We love to talk about this guy. Oh, the ghost is running through my house again. I love when that happens. It just continues to get louder and louder and more frequently. Only when I come into the office, I come in here, my wife goes in our bedroom to watch TV. When I come in here to do the show. And then next thing you know, you hear this running around, running back and forth from my kitchen to my living room. It's amazing. So, P's current feelings. I think P feels very confident in what he is feeling. I think he wants to take the initiative to move toward you. I think there's a little bit of mystery around P right now. I think he seems like there's a mystery around him. And I think if you have a little bit of understanding and a little bit of patience, you will find out exactly how, he'll come to you and tell you what his feelings are. Now, there is that hope, right? You've got the star, one of my favorites, all about hope and faith and becoming whole. Be inspired by the star. Be guided by the star. The Five of Swords tells me that you do have to watch a little bit because P can possibly be a little bit on the manipulative side, right? He could play some, he may be someone who plays mind games a little bit. So keep an eye out for that. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying that if you see anything like that, well, then, keep an eye on it. Something to watch. You'll have to be a little flexible. You may have to change a little bit. But I think for the most part, you and P will be very balanced together. So these are the things these are the things I feel that he is feeling for you right now. So that's what I'm getting for you. All right, Yvonne, what's going on with your family situation? What is going on with the family situation? I'm glad to see you tonight. I know you have not been here the past few nights because you have been absolutely exhausted with everything going on. Between going to the hospital early in the morning and, just being tired and sore and hurting and everything. I understand going to bed early and stuff. I can get it. I do get it. Just want you to know, of course, just like everyone else, when you're not here, the show is not the same without you. It would not be the same without a lot of people. All right, let's see what we get regarding the family situation. What do we get regarding the family situation? Don't forget, if you guys ever want to get in touch with me, you can always leave a comment here on the show, and I'll get the comment. But not a whole lot of ways I can get back to you that way. But if you really want to get in touch with me and want me to get back in touch with you, you go to the website, KnightReaderTarot.com, KnightReaderTarot.com, and there's a section in there for comments, and that will send directly to my email. And then I can email you back, or you can find me on the Facebook page, also the Facebook page, The Knight Reader Tarot. All right. So if you guys ever have an interest in getting in touch about something, or just want to say hi, that is all right. So I'm also on Instagram under The Knight Reader Tarot. It's like all one word though, right? The Knight Reader Tarot. So Yvonne, I see that you have, it's funny, you got this card this morning. You got this card in this morning show with this deck in the same exact spot. And I told you exactly what I thought this meant. I think this is your doctors getting together and working on plans to help you and make you feel better. And I think they are cooperating, and I think there's a lot of teamwork involved with that, and I think there is potential. Basically the same thing I said this morning, right? I know, it's crazy. The King of Cups does tell me though that you are very tolerant. You're very tolerant, you're very compassionate, but you're also very sensitive, right? And that's what's going on with you right now. It's all about feeling sensitive and feeling like not like yourself, of course. I think there's going to be some kind of communication that comes to you. It's going to be very clear what that communication is. And then you're going to come up against some type of a barrier or some type of crossroad, right? And you're going to have to make a decision. I think that's going to come. I think that decision is going to be part of the communication that comes, right? This new communication. And then of course, again, at the end of this reading, every time I do a reading for you, I get something that has to do with very strong love relationship type thing. And once again, I did with the lovers, and it doesn't get any stronger than that. It's all about that love connection, that harmony and trust and soulmate with your partner, because the two of you are so close. And again, he is always there. He is the rock that you can count on. He is like the anchor, right? Over in the, when we do Lenormand and you get the anchor, and the anchor is about feeling secure and safe and stable. Well, that's him. So that's what I'm getting for you, Yvonne. That is exactly what I get. It didn't have a whole lot about the whole big family, the whole big Pharaoh family, but it did have about your own family in there. And it had to do with some of the things that you're going through. So, all right, let's see what we've got going on for you, Selena, because this is a lot of typing. So, hello, Selena. You're worried about your friend's sibling. She is a drug and alcohol addict. I'm sorry to hear that. That's sad. And last night she had an argument with the guy she's dating and ended up cutting herself and just being completely drunk and making a fool of herself. This has been going on a while for my friend's sibling, your friend's sister. And so my question is, will this sibling end up in a bad situation that only jail will fix? All right, let's take a look. Gina K, I'm reading your... I'm not laughing at you, Selena, that's for sure. But I am laughing at you, Gina K. Are you trying to marry off your daughter? you trying to marry her off to someone? Anyone? Just somebody, please take her. If you have a committed relationship, in the next year, when she turns 33, she'll probably be a spinster. Oh no. Nah, just kidding. I am just joking with you, Gina. I just thought it was funny reading it. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's not a funny situation, and I shouldn't make fun. You know, I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you exactly what it is. I handle stress with humor. What I think is humor, or at least things that make me chuckle for a moment. That's how I handle all my stress. And today has been just an extremely emotional day for me. I don't know why. I have no idea why. You know, people just have them. And well, I have them, unfortunately, more frequently than I'd like to. But yeah, today's one of them. Well, Selena, the first thing you're going to notice is that the first 4 cards are all swords. The 2, the 3, the 4, and the 9 of swords. So let's start at the end. Why not? So what's going to happen with her? What will fix her issues? Is it going to take, jail or some type of authority figure stepping in to take this over? Well, I honestly think your friend is hoping that her sister gets some kind of trouble so that she can get some kind of help. I think, that would help in the healing process. That would give your friend some comfort. It may not make your friend's sister very comfortable, because, it's not going to be an easy thing to do, to go through that. But I think your friend really needs to make a choice, right? Because if your friend's sister is doing drugs, then your friend has every right to call the police and say, hey, listen, there's drugs in the house, in her apartment, in her whatever. And, we're afraid she's going to hurt herself. If they go in there and they see fresh cuts on her from, yesterday or today, from last night, they're going to take her in and they're going to do evaluations on her. Now, she may not end up in jail, but she could possibly end up in some sort of a rehab facility, a rehabilitation place, which could be helpful. But your friend really has to decide what they want. What does your friend really, really want? I think your friend is extremely heartbroken, right? Usually we use this for a relationship, but a sibling relationship. Siblings are a relationship too, right? Aren't they? Of course they are. Siblings are a relationship. So, I see that heartbreak, that pain and hurt that is there. And that's really upsetting. It's sad. It's really sad for your friend. I think your friend is extremely anxious over this whole thing, right? Your friend is losing sleep. Your friend is not really, just not really feeling good about any of it. It's just not going well. Right? And I think that's what you're seeing. I think your friend needs to take some time out for themselves, you know, him or her, whichever it is. I don't know. Your friend is a guy or a girl. It doesn't make any difference. This is, you know, it's her sister that, it's their sister that, you know, it's his or her sister that's not doing well. But I think your friend needs to take some time to themselves, right? They need a time out. They need to rest because, again, they've been losing sleep here. So they must be exhausted mentally and physically. And I think that's what's going on. But I really think this is the part here that really is all up to your friend. If the heartbreak and heartache that your friend is feeling is so bad, then your friend is going to have to make a decision about what to do exactly. I think your friend is going to have a little sit down with the rest of the family, with the rest of their family, and figure it out because, well, you know, it shouldn't be just one person making a decision like that. So, all right. That's what I get for you, Selena. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. So, hello, Emily. Hello, Bobby Hill. Hello, Cancerian Clairvoyant. Emily, I appreciate your donation. I saw it. And Jessica, I also appreciate your donation. So, thank you both. So I have yours. Emily, your question came in first. Oh, look at that. Nice picture with the cat. I love cats. I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. So your question is, should you move back to your dad's or move in with E.T.? Is he going to phone home? I'm so sorry. Yeah, I just couldn't. It was just there and I just couldn't help myself. You're welcome. But thank you. Thank you for your donation, Emily. I do appreciate it. Again, just stupid humor. Just stupid humor. Thank you, Fairy Wren, for making me aware that those donations were hanging out there. Because I don't always get to see all the things happening in chat all together, all at the same time. That's for sure. And I certainly wouldn't want someone to donate and not get their priority reading. Because that's what we promise. That's what I promise, right? If you donate, you get a priority reading. Your reading gets done right away and you're guaranteed. So should you move back to your dad's or in with ET? I think you have to use a little bit of your intuition. Work that intuition. You look young. You look very young. So it's, this could be a huge deal for you. I'm only going by the picture that I see. It is, the picture of you and the cat. Now, maybe that's years ago. Maybe it's years ago. Who knows? But, okay, so you're 25. That's right around where I was guessing. So I figured you were in your early to mid-20s. All right, so you're 25. Should you move back to your dad's or in with ET? Wow. So, yeah, use that. Yes, Freedom, I did your reading. Right off the bat, you were the very first reading tonight, Freedom. You'll have to go back and watch because I did not miss that. I got that one right off the bat. I saw it. You donated before the show even started, and I did your reading for you about your boyfriend's family. It was very interesting, I have to tell you. So you don't know if you should move to another city with ET or stay in the city you're at. You have to use a little bit of intuition, right? You got to use that gut feeling. And that's something that you have to work on, right? That gut feeling does not just come automatic to most people. A lot of times you have to work on it. A lot of times you have to cultivate that feeling, and the stronger it gets, well, then the easier it will be to know what to do. However, I think it's going to take you're going to have to understand both sides of this, right? Now, does your dad wants you to move back in with him? Yeah, you're welcome, Freedom. Absolutely. Does your dad want you to move back in with him? Or is that just an option because you are, because you're not sure if there's any other options? I think this is a conflict for you. I think you are really fighting in your mind, right? And having a conflict. I think you're struggling with what should I do? What exactly should I do? If you move in with ET, who I'm guessing is your boyfriend, I'm kind of guessing, I think things will get very serious between the two of you. Okay, so it's just a friend. Mm-hmm. I think things would be extremely serious with the two of you. I think, yeah, I know you're saying just friend, but it does not mean that things aren't going to be serious. I'm not saying it has to be a serious relationship, though. I'm just saying things will get more serious. I don't know if that will be, you know this person, you know this ET person, and that's great, but you've never lived with him, and he's not a boyfriend, right? And you're not in a relationship. He's not a boyfriend, and you've never lived together. And when I'm talking about things getting serious, I'm not talking about serious in a relationship style. I'm saying more serious, like, okay, now this person who you think is your friend, and okay, everything's wonderful and great. Well, all of a sudden, if they're on this lease and you move in with them and something goes wrong, or something happens because of you, and they get mad, well, then what's going to happen to your friendship? That's what I'm talking about. Right? I think you're a little bit fiery, right? You're a little bit on the fiery side. You like to do things. You're very energetic. And I'm not sure how that's going to work with someone like ET, who is very very to the point, always wants to know what's going on, always wants the truth, but is very smart. So that's what I'm thinking. These are the things I'm thinking. That's what I get from the reading. If I had to lean one way or another, I would lean toward your dad. But I am, but I got a lot of information about ET. And that's why I'm kind of leaning towards your dad. I didn't really get any information about him at all, about your dad. But I'm leaning that way because the stuff I'm seeing here is telling me that maybe that's not the best idea. I just think if you want to keep that as a friendship, then maybe moving in is not the way to go. Does that make sense? I know it's hard. It's a tough decision, and that's why I had the 5 of Wands there telling me all about you're struggling with this. All right, Jessica, you want to see if streaming gaming on Twitch would help you with your shyness and help you meet new friends? Would it be good for you overall? And what exactly? 2 questions for you. All right, Jessica? I have 2 questions for you. What gaming system? 1, right? And number 2, what type of games? Just curious. Gina K, I am going to try to have time for you tonight. That's for sure. I got a half hour to go. I am getting donations in, though. And of course, donations take priority, right? They do guarantee a reading, like I always promise, right? Like it says right across the top there. Yep. So PC games you like, mostly league style games. Okay. Very interesting. I am an Xbox gamer myself. Oh, World of Warcraft, stuff like that. So big RPG, MMO RPG stuff. Aha. Well, that will get you a lot of friends because those are huge games with lots of people playing. You're welcome, Gina. I will do my best. I do my best to get as many readings in as I can. But I do have to say that those donations do get done first. So I think, Jessica, yeah, you would have a lot of fun doing that. I think you'd have a lot of fun. I don't know if it would be, Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty. I was just playing Call of Duty before I came in here. So, but yeah, I think you'd have a lot of fun doing it. I really do. Now, are you looking to do this? You're just looking to do this to get over your shyness and meet new people online to talk to. I will tell you that I don't know that it's going to be a huge money maker. That's for sure. If you're looking to make money, this is not the way to do it. So that's a definite no for that part. If this is for money making purposes at all, then don't bother. It's not going to be a job. That's for sure. It's just like this show that I do, right? I get donations and they're good and they help keep the show running, but it's not, I'm not making a fortune. I'm not making my millions off of this show. I have a good time doing it though, and that's why I do it. That's why I offer it up for free, right? Donations are optional, and I do so many more free readings than I do donation readings every night and every day. But I continue to do it because I love to do it, and I love to help the people. I love helping people all the time. The Ace of Wands tells me there is new potential for this to work out for you, for exactly what you want it to be. You just have to be very logical about it. You have to be very sensible about the way you go, the way you do it, and the people you meet and the people you talk to. Because if you end up, obviously, with the wrong group, talking to the wrong people, things can go bad. Things could go badly quickly, and then you end up getting your feelings hurt, or something happens, right? And something ends. And then you have to move on. And that's not how you want to go. So you just watch, right? You just be diligent. You just pay attention to what's going on around you, and you'll be okay. I mean, that's just the way it is. But things are at a turning point for you, and things are at a good place. You're at a good place, to change the way things are going for yourself. So I do think that I definitely think it's a good idea. You said it's not for money. So then I would be, my feeling on this is 2 thumbs up. I'm all over that. I think it's a great idea. Why not? If you have the time and the equipment and the energy to do it, well, then go for it. Nothing more fun than doing that, right? All right. So that's what I get for you, Jess. Thank you. Thanks for your donation. I do appreciate it. I do. All right. So let's see what else we got going on here. I have... All right. So Chanel, you donated? Aw, thanks. So we have established so much about this guy, and we just love to call him that, don't we? Good old this guy. And now it's awesome. It is awesome. It's been very good. Things have been very good. I have had all really good things to see and say about him. So today you would like to know what are his plans for him and you for the rest of the month. So today is my daughter's birthday. Yes. 33 years ago, when I was a bit younger, my daughter was born early in the morning. All right, so I see where things are coming again to a turning point for you, Chanel. You and this guy, are coming to a turning point, right? You're going to have to make a choice. You're coming to a point in life and in this relationship where it's going to be time to make a choice. Now, you have already laid out all of the things that have to go on for you and him to move forward in this relationship the right way. And now I think you're a bit afraid that you've scared him off. I have that feeling. I have that feeling that you are, that's how things are. Gina K, that's why I laughed, by the way, about your daughter. You're saying about your daughter being 32 and single. My daughter's 33 today. So that's why it just made me kind of chuckle. Sorry. But anyhow, I think you're a little afraid, Chanel, that maybe after that discussion you had with him, maybe you scared him away a little bit. Just a little? You think. That's how you're thinking, at least, right? I think you're really ready to take a leap of faith with him. And I think you're really ready to move forward. And you're optimistic. It's very, your question was even very optimistic tonight. Much, much better than it has been about this guy. All the other times that we've ever talked about him, right? It started off with being extremely, very minutely optimistic because you were afraid that he was just, a fake. And I understand that. knowing that there's been a past and there's been problems and stuff like that. But I got to tell you, I think you're ready to make a leap with him, right? Jump in with both feet and do it. Be optimistic, much more than you are. Like I said, your question even sounds better. You used the word awesome. We've established so much about the guy I'm dating, and it's awesome. So, yeah, I see your optimism is way, way higher than when you first met the guy, which is a good thing, right? When you first meet someone, you shouldn't always be so 100% optimistic. You don't know. You got to figure it all out, right? You got to see how things go, but now things are going. He's told your friend, a male friend of yours, that that things are going to completely change this month. And I think that's what's going on. Now, he hasn't got in touch with you after you've had this conversation the other night. And now you have to decide, what do you do? Do you call him or not call him? Do you wait for him or not wait for him? Or do you sit there and just let this fear kind of grow inside of you and make you feel sick? I think while you're doing all of that, I think any negative energy that he has left with him from any of his old relationships, I think this is it. I think this is the negative energy is in this room, right? All the negative energy that he has left is in this room here with the 8 cups. And I think he's filled up the 8 cups with all the negative energy. And you can see the room looks very empty, right? The room looks very empty. So all the negative energy is out of him. Now he's looking back one last time. He's got the door locked. It's all ready. And all he's going to do now is he's going to walk out of the door, close the door locked behind him, never going to go back to that negative energy. And he's moving that way directly into your future. So what are the plans for him and you for the rest of the month? I think once you get past this fear, once you decide exactly how you want to go about things, I think you're going to be ready to take that leap into something new, into a new adventure, and be extremely optimistic about it. And I think he is prepared for that as well. I really think that's what he wants. I think he's happy with you, and I think he's enjoying his time with you. And whatever you guys are doing, I think he really enjoys it. Whatever you do together, he is having fun about it, with it. Scarlett K, you're asking about this deck. This is the Wizard's Tarot. I just received it a week ago. So that's what I'm getting for you, Chanel. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I appreciate your donation. And that is what we got. That's what we got for you. All right. So all right, let's see. Where are we here? Where did where did that question go I was looking for? Gina, I saw your question and it went away because the top part of the chat is completely gone. But I do remember the question. The question is, will your daughter, who is 32 years old, find someone in the next year to have a serious long-term relationship with? Right? I think that's pretty close to what the question was. Definitely. So let's see. I saw where you wrote something else, and I don't see that either anymore now all of a sudden. I just saw it 2 seconds ago. Oh, well. Anyhow, that's the question. I know that's the question. So let's see. Yeah. Will your daughter find a husband or committed relationship in the next year? She's 32 years old. She's still living at home. I saw your comment that you are a senior and still not an empty nester. I am a senior as well, and I am an empty nester. So I'm going right off the bat here and saying yes, she will. But there's a but. There's always a big but, and here it comes. Would you like to? Would you like to hear my big but? It does not come out right when I say it, I swear. I think your daughter, and I don't know her, and I don't know her name, or I don't know anything about her. But I think she has had some very bad relationships in the past, and some in the recent past. There's been something in the recent past, I think, that has been really, really difficult. And she has put up this fence, right, to protect herself. She is in defense mode because she's been hurt very badly in the past. Someone has deceived her really bad, right? They did things behind her back, right? They're doing something behind their back is the broken heart. So I'm saying, I definitely am getting that correlation of something happened behind her back that was very deceiving and very, very heartbreaking for her. And it's been tough for her to move on from that. So she puts up this wall, right? She puts up this wall and she stands there nice and tall and stern looking and very defiant. And, she's giving people the side eye. Yeah. Can you see that? I can see it. There you go. She is giving the side eye so bad. Like, don't you come near me. Don't you dare come near me. I will smack you with my wand. I will beat you with this wand so bad. That's exactly what she's saying. Now, however, this is her past. This is what's going on in the past. And this is why she hasn't been in a very strong, serious relationship recently. Because she is still hurt from what happened before. This heartache is really strong with her. And it's hard to move on. If she can let go of this, if she can get rid of this, look what's coming. This here, right here, where my pinky is Prince Charming. He is the knight in shining armor. Again, I have to show this. He is that kind of person, right? He's got the nice picnic set up. He's got the love letter all ready to go. He's got flowers and the hat. He looks great. He's wonderful. He's looking good. He's got the beautiful horse in the background who's ready to take them somewhere romantic after this picnic. He wears his heart on his sleeve. Can you see that? I know. How's that for a little bit of a stretch? But yeah, well, it's tattooed. Okay, it's a tattoo sleeve. But he's wearing his heart on his sleeve, right? This is the kind of guy that she's looking for. And this is the kind of guy that is coming. She just has to get rid of this junk in her past, junk, all this junk in her head, all that garbage that's in her head that's blocking and clogging everyone and everything from coming to her. She has to change her outlook. If she changes her outlook, if she gets a new perspective on life and on the way people are, and if she lets go of this garbage here, then Prince Charming is coming. Her knight in shining armor is on his way. All right, Gina K, that is what I get for you. Maybe you will be an empty nester soon enough. You just have to help her. I think you're going to need to help her to do it and to get there and to figure out how to make things happen, right? How to move forward from that bad relationship. So all right. Scarlett, are you still here, Scarlett? Yeah, Fairy Wren, knight in shining armor with roses and tattoos. And I got to tell you, he's got his heart on his sleeve. Isn't that cool? Isn't that a good one? I thought, the first time I saw that, I was thinking to myself, he's got his heart on his sleeve. He wears his heart on his sleeve. Oh my gosh. Yeah, love is hard. See, your daughter's a beautiful girl. She just hasn't had the right person. Gina K, you're asking about the hangman, and I did touch on it. I think the hangman is telling your daughter that she has to have that. That's all about that new point of view, right? It's about looking at things in a different way. And it's also about letting go, right? If she lets go, things will be better. She's got to let go of the past. Okay, that makes sense to you? I think it does. I know it does. I know it makes sense to you, but now that you understand, that had to do with that's what the hangman had to do with. It's changing the perspective, changing her outlook, letting go of the past. I'm sure your daughter is a beautiful girl, Gina. No doubt at all. Never a doubt. It was just, when I first saw the question, I'm thinking to myself, oh, my daughter's 33 today. And she was married, and she's going through a divorce right now already. And it's, it's a tough thing. I know it's a tough thing because I went through a couple of them, 2 of them. And it's not easy. And she's, and I know my daughter's not having it easy. But when I saw that you're, it was almost like a plea. Will she please finally find somebody? It just struck me as funny. And I'm sorry about that. I don't, I'm sure that your daughter is beautiful. And of course, but I just think she's had some really hard times, and she's not picked the very best people. So, yeah. She is heartbroken to a point. I mean, it was a mutual thing. They just weren't compatible anymore. There just really wasn't that compatibility, unfortunately. And I still like the guy. And of course, I still love my daughter. But yeah, I mean, there's no hard feelings between them or anything like that. And well, she'll move on. My daughter will move on. She's doing all right. She'll be okay. So that's a good thing. So Scarlett, are you still around? I hope so. What will Osborne communicate? Yeah, she's sensitive. Absolutely. I don't blame her. I could see why. She had all that bad stuff happen there in the past, and that's not good. That's rotten. Will Osborne communicate, and what does he feel for Scarlett? Me. Not me. You. So I think that Osborne feels very confident. I think Osborne feels extremely confident, and I think he wants to really feel like he has achieved success with you. He wants to be satisfied and happy in a relationship with you, and he wants it to be full of abundance and full of peace. And I think there's a lot of people who support you, right? There's lots of people supporting this person here. There's lots of people supporting this couple here. So this is him by himself, right? Does he look like that? I hope not. At least the head. I hope his head doesn't look like that. But here's a couple, right? This is him alone, and then this is the two of you as a couple, and there's all the support for the two of you even. Don't let yourself fall into some type of temptation if it's not good for you. If things are not right, then just let them not be right and move forward, right? I know it's hard. You don't know exactly which way to go if things don't go right. But if you're being tempted to do something that you don't want to do, or you're being lied to or betrayed, well, you can't stay around for that. That's not the way to be. And I'm not saying Osborne is like that. I am just saying you always, just generally in life, you should always look out for people who are trying to deceive you or lie to you anyhow. Again, I do think that you are kind of confused about exactly which direction to go. You don't have the control that you want to have over the situation because, you're waiting to hear from him. I definitely think he wants to get in touch with you. I think he wants to. He's confident that he, about this whole thing. And the Nine of Pentacles goes along with that, right? The Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles clearly go along, right? This is all satisfaction and happiness and having abundance and having peace. And this one is all about achieving success and having happiness on the inside, not just outer happiness, but inner happiness. And being satisfied and having a good self-worth, feeling good about yourself. So yeah, do I think Osborne's going to communicate with you? Yes. What does he feel for you? I think he feels that things can move in a very good direction if you just figure out what direction you want them to move in. That's what I think it needs to happen. You have to figure out what direction to move in. But there's that temptation idea here, and you got to watch out for that. I don't know if that's already shown up somewhere or if that's something that, might be happening in the future. But if you see it, if something is being, if someone's being tempted to do something wrong, or if they're being deceptive, then you got to watch out for it. So that's what I'm saying. That is absolutely what I'm saying about that devil, right? If there's deception, if there's lies, if there is someone being tempted away, if there's any kind of resistance or corruption, then that is the problem. So that's what I get for you. That's what I'm getting for you, Scarlett. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Thanks for hanging around. All right, I do have time for one more free reading. Actually, no, I don't, because Ross, I didn't realize, Ross sent me a donation. So thank you so much, Ross. I do appreciate that. And we are going to be in donation mode only now. The free show will be over because it is just a tiny bit after 7 now here at my time. And well, the show ends at 7. So I will continue to do readings for donations. So if you guys really need a reading tonight and you came in late or didn't get a reading or whatever, and you want one, I still do guarantee readings or donations, and that lasts as long as as long as the donations keep coming in. So yeah, Chanel, I took care of Chanel's. I took care of everything with Chanel. Chanel's good. Chanel is perfectly fine. Christina, thank you, though, for keeping an eye on things for me. I do appreciate that. All right. Let's see what we get here for you, Ross. You'd like to know what G's intentions are with you. He tells me he tells you he loves you now. What are you supposed to do with that? What are you supposed to do? All right, I'm going to tell you, here's what I get. And of course, I'm always truthful. I'm always honest about what I read in these cards, because that's the way you have to be when you do a show like this, right? Nobody comes to a tarot reader who doesn't tell the truth. Even when it's bad, even when it's sad news. I mean, there's never any, well, there is things that are bad, but even when it's sad news, I still have to tell the truth, right? Yeah, Christine, I got it. I got her questions all taken care of. I know Chanel's questions, and I got them all figured into one. So G's intentions. G is very much, G's dependable. Someone you can count on, right? And I think that's something that you have known, from the past. You've known this from all the time, as long as you've known G, that that G is very dependable. And G will be there when you need them to be there. However, I think you feel a bit defensive, right? You've got yourself all ready to go to defend yourself if you need to, because, it's like putting those walls up almost. That's the 9, though. That's the 9 of Wands. This is only the 7. But it's still about being defensive. It's still about defending yourself, being ready for a fight if you needed to. Protecting yourself. That's the best way to put it. Because of course, you're protecting yourself because you have this person G has broken your heart before. This is the 3 of Swords. This is what Fairy Wren's craft room looks like right now, she says. Yeah, but this is the 3 of Swords. This is the heartbreak card. This is the one we had before that was, all about the broken heart, right? This is the same 3 of Swords as this 3 of Swords. Hard to believe. I know it doesn't look the same. It's different decks show things differently. This one's got the 3 swords going through a wizard's hat. And of course, this one is all about a broken, straight out of the book, broken heart, right? So, yeah, I think that's the problem. You can depend on G to be there for you, but you can also depend on G to break your heart, because that's what happened before. So now you defend yourself from that. Now you got the problem, of if you move forward, will things be balanced or not balanced? I don't know that they will be. I usually, a lot of times temperance shows me that things are not balanced. I think you're going to have to take G in moderation. You're going to have to take it in little bits at a time. And that's going to be the tough part, right? Because it's going to be a slow process. If you just say all of a sudden, okay, G, you know what? Let's get back together. Boom, like that, there is a good chance you'll end up brokenhearted again. But if you do it slowly, if you have some patience, I know we talk about patience, and I tell you, I am the worst when it comes to patience. But if you try to have a little bit of patience, slow things down, do things moderately, I believe that things will go better that way, right? Start off like brand new, like this is a brand new person, not like someone you've known for several years, for many years. You have to start off slow. You start off dating. You start off with slow dates, right? Nice, just doing something slow or easy and relaxing and all. And then you move up to more serious relationship as time goes on, but don't do it all at once. Don't, okay, he's telling you he loves you, but don't tell him you love him back, because you don't. I don't really think that you do. I don't think you can know that right now just because he said so. It doesn't seem like that would be the case for you. I don't think you just go around willy-nilly saying, hey, oh yeah, I love you too. Love you too. And not without having strong meaning behind it, or without showing something to show it, right? Show me, don't tell me kind of thing. Show me that you love me. Don't just tell me. Now, of course, the big ending here is the sun. And the sun is telling you all about happiness and warmth, and things can be successful, right? This is the future. This is your future. It's not the near future. This is not the future of this year. This is the future of of next year, maybe, where this happiness comes along and there is that warmth and that joy, and the relationship is successful. So if it gets to a point where it lasts that long, then yes, I think things will be successful. But right now, I think you've got to take it slow, unfortunately, very, very slowly. G isn't going to like that, but you will. You're going to be okay with that, because you, again, are not someone just to throw your hat in there and say, you know what, fine, here you go. Here I am. Take me. I am, yeah, I love you too. We haven't seen each other in years, but it doesn't matter. I love you too. I'm just going to come and live with you and stay with you, and we're going to be together forever. Like that. Just like that. Boom, right? No, it doesn't work like that for you, Ross. I know that. So, I got to keep the sun card in the light, because Fairy Wren really likes the sun card, and she likes horses running through fields. So, but yeah, I think that's what I'm getting. That's exactly what I'm getting for you, Ross. You can count on G. Yes, you can count on him. But you have to defend yourself from getting heartbroken again. And the best way to do that is, if you want to move forward with G, if you want to, even, you have to decide that. If you want to move forward with G, you have to do it very slowly, very patiently, very moderately, or else things will be very unbalanced. But if you do move forward and you do it the right way and things continue to work well over the next 5-6 months or so, even, right? Then yes, things can be very successful. Things can be very happy. Okay? That's what I get, Ross. Thank you so much. Thanks for donating again. I do appreciate that. All right. Do we have any other donations? I do not see any. So that looks like it will be the end of our show. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I do appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you'll come back again tomorrow. Don't forget, if you're new, subscribe, right? You subscribe, you get notifications. And then you can see that I am here every single day, twice a day, 11:30 a.m., 6 o'clock p.m. The show is called Tarot Days and Nights. And you can also get your daily tarot tip. All right. So that's what's going on. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for everything tonight. And you all have a great evening. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye now.